Hey guys, it's Rob again from Team DBZ Biscuit, and I'm here again back by popular demand with yet another spin on my Dark World build. A lot of people have been asking for it, and today we got some really neat and nasty surprises for the the meta players out there today. I'd like to deem this as my anti-meta version of the Dark World, so let's get right into it. As is the case with most Dark Worlds, you need a monster draw engine, and I run 2 Card Ds just for that purpose. Card D lets you draw 2 by tributing it off. That is followed up by 3 of the boss monster of the deck, Grapha. Grapha is an excellent card again because he just does so much. He can be special summoned from the grave by returning a Dark World monster to hand, as well as when he ends up in the graveyard, as long as it's not a cost, he will pop 1 card on the field. I still run the 1 tour guide in case I have to go into that massive acid golem wall. And not to mention, you summon a tour guide, you special summon a brow, you bounce the brow, you get your graph out of the grave. That's another way to look at it. Speaking of brow, I run 3 brows. Brow has multiple purposes in the deck other than just special summoning. I pitch them for gates, I end up drawing 2. You Dark World dealings, you pitch a brow, you get to draw 1. That is followed up by 3 snows. 3 snows. Snows is your search card. And again, he puts in work as well, and special summoning Graph from the grave, but he can also search any Dark World card, which is basically 85% in the deck. Dark World dealings, Dark World, Gates of the Dark World, anything. He's really good. I made a change up here. You will recognize Trance Archfiend from my Dark World builds. I run now 2 of them because his effect of getting destroyed and getting a Dark World monster back to my hand that has been banished is just really good. And my tech for this format, I don't know if you'd call it a tech, but it's Doom Caliber Knight. Doom Caliber Knight is excellent because if your opponent activates an effect on the field, he destroys himself as well as the card that the effect activates on. And that does it basically for the monster lineup. And again, Doom Caliber Knight, he's a fiend. He has a really, he can be pitched for gates if you need to. He can be removed for gates if you need to. But that does it. My spell lineup, again, it's Dark World. There's a lot of draw power in here, but also with a lot of draw power, I added some back row destruction. I started off with 2 MSTs. MST is great to pop 1 card at a time because Starlight Road is still a thing. More back row destruction. Twin Twister, which is out of the new set. Twin Twister is great because who's to say I know I can't get the effect of Grapha from it because it is a cost, but Twin Twister will take out any 2 pendulum monsters of my choosing. And that's a card I added into this build because of Pepe, but like I said before, Clan Improvement took out Pepe for us. That is followed up by Gates of the Dark World. Gates is part of my draw engine. You banish 1 to pitch 1. It's a great card. My Insight card, Drag Down to the Grave. If I want to know what you're playing, I play Drag Down to the Grave. I get to look at your hand, you get to look at my hand. Chances are I'm having you throw a Dark World monster, and I'm probably going to end up throwing your Magician, just for the fun of it. Of course, more draw power in Allure Darkness. Allure Darkness, draw 2, banish a dark monster. Running 2 Archfiends, I really don't care that much on what I banish, because if I get my Archfiend killed, I will basically get that monster back. That is followed up by more draw power in the form of 3 Upstart Goblins. When you're swinging with Graph hit 3k, 1,000 life points is not a lot to give up. Of course, the staple of the deck, Dark World dealings. Draw 1, discard 1. Discard a Dark World monster, get the effect. It's a full circle thing. And of course, what would a Dark World build be without Kaiser Coliseum? Kaiser Coliseum, as I've said it once before, and I'll say it again and again and again. You can't synchro if you only have 1 monster on the field. You can't XYZ if you have 1 monster on the field. And if I've got my 3k graph out there, go ahead and pendulum something, please. fact of the matter is, Kaiser Coliseum won't let you bring out all your monsters unless you get rid of it. My trap lineup, very light on traps, as most builds I do, but yet very anti-meta, and that anti-meta seems to be the theme with this deck. We start off with the one of skill drain, pay 1,000 life points to negate all effects that activate on the field. And then we go into the, one of the things all decks seem to want to do, search. I run 2 mistakes. I know, and I've said it before, with my Dark World build that I run Mistake in, Mistake shuts down my snow effect, but I would much rather have you play something like a Pendulum Call, and I will chain Mistake to it. You not only do you now waste your card and have to discard, you don't even get your search. You don't get to add from the hand, from the deck. My bad. And my final two cards, and it seems a little bit crazy. And a lot of people a lot of jaws will drop and hit the floor, and a lot of people will say, "What the hell are you thinking?" But honestly, in this deck, Anti-Spell Fragrance works like a charm. If I go first and I set 5 and go, 1 is going to be Anti-Spell Fragrance, and the other 4 are going to be spell cards. So next turn, I'm going to be activating spell cards whether you like it or not. And I've learned in game mechanics, Anti-Spell Fragrance, even if you have Twin Twister in hand, and as soon as you draw your card at your draw phase, I activate Anti-Spell. You cannot activate an MST in response. You cannot activate Twin Twister in response. I mean, watchers, people who subscribe, if I'm wrong, please correct me, but that's the way I believe the ruling goes. At the draw phase, if I activate Anti-Spell Fragrance, you cannot activate in response to it. But guys, that's the build. That's actually the main deck build. Side deck, so I guess it depends what's happening. Suggestions, Monarchs are an issue. Get those Masker Restricts. I know the common went from like 50 cents to $6 overnight. The ultra rare first eds, like the ones I have, are like $20 a piece now. And I don't know, the extra deck, guys, the extra deck is the same as usual for me. It's got Zombie Steins, Heliotropes, and spam rank 4s and rank 3s. Zen Mains is still in it. I don't know. But there you go, guys. As far as the Dark World build goes, and again, I will set the deck here and leave the Anti-Spell Fragrance right on top. I know it's crazy. I know it's insane to try to do that, but if you got Anti-Spell Fragrance on the field, guys, you can't put a Pendulum monster out there. But again, comments welcome, like, subscribe to the channel, guys. Again, this is Rob from Team DBZ Biscuit, and Dark World is back. Alright, have a good day, guys, and I'll talk to you later.